The biggest challenge for Chief Information Officers, according to my guest today, is unstructured data, typically text-heavy and found in documents, images, emails, online posts and so on. It may be paper or it may even be digital, but it generally can't be put into a data structure such as columns or rows. It holds the key to a huge amount of business insight, but how to tackle it? Well, to discuss this, we're joined in the studio by Costanzo, President and General Manager of Kodak Alaris Information Management. I'm Sarah Lockett. Welcome to the Business Debate. Rick, welcome to the London Stock Exchange studios.
Thank you, Sarah. Pleasure to be here today.
Now, how much data is unstructured? Because we're not just talking about paper, it's also emails, it's images, it's lots of things, isn't it?
It's massive. So when you take a look at it, you got to put it into the right frame of context. Over the past couple of years, the industry has seen a massive explosion of data, and the vast majority of it, almost 90% of it, is actually unstructured. But to put it into context, since mankind has walked this earth, 90% of that data, massive amounts, happened only in the last 2 years. So we've seen an absolute tsunami of data growth over the past couple of years. The vast majority of it is actually unstructured. And it's actually forecasted to be further exponential growth in the next few years.
And you use this term data chaos. What do you mean by that?
A number of key points on that one, Sarah. Number one is historically data has been structured, so typically used in relational databases in rows and columns. The past few years has seen unstructured data growth, and it's in the form of videos, online posts, telephone calls, everything except rows and columns. Dealing with that new type of data, dealing with unstructured data, requires a completely different approach in terms of how you organize it and derive insight. It's the single biggest opportunity in business and government today. It takes a completely different approach, and therefore we say right now data is a little chaotic at this point in time and requires a different approach.
And what's the solution? Because many organisations are slowly digitizing their paper documents, but that's not all there is to it, is there?
No, as I mentioned earlier on, paper is just one part of it, right? So there's social media, there's other digitalized content, digitized documents, videos, telephone calls, etc. So a completely different approach is required. We like to organize it across 3 different pillars. We think a new science is required, a new set of technology is required, and a new set of ecosystem partners are actually required. And we've gone through that as Kodak Alaris and think we're very well positioned to actually address those 3 facets.
You mentioned Kodak Alaris, and just so that we understand who you are separate from the old Eastman Kodak.
We are, in fact. So we're a completely independent, separate global technology company. Founded in 2013, we're roughly speaking about 3,000 employees. We're in 27 markets around the world and about $1 billion in revenue.
Now, the cloud is central to this process, isn't it? Tell me about that.
Yeah, in fact, so our software portfolio absolutely has an on-premise component to it as well, but we made the decision that we're going to be a cloud-first company. Not cloud only, cloud-first. Why? Because I think the industry trend towards cloud computing is very well established. I think that's only going to accelerate. I think in my past, when I've spoken with our enterprise customers and governments, it's been a massive shift over the past few years. We went from 5 years ago, customers saying there's no way we're going to go to cloud, and 2 years later they've moved some core components of their business, either finance or HR, to the cloud. So very pivotal kind of important aspects of their business. So to me, it's not a question of if companies are going to go to cloud, it's over what period of time. And my view is that time is accelerating and becoming more and more present. So cloud first, but not cloud only.
And you manufacture document scanners, but it's not only that. There are also software solutions. So tell me about that.
Oh, absolutely. So our document scanners continue to be a very big and important part of our business, but we have a very vibrant software and professional services aspect to our business as well. That we think that complementary aspect of an end-to-end solution of hardware, software, and services together really represents the value for our customers.
So you will do the digitizing for a client?
Absolutely. And I think customers have different requirements that are very, very unique. So for us, it's not about forcing the customer to work with the technology as it exists. It's a matter of fine-tuning the technology and customizing it to the unique requirements of our customers.
And do you have any examples of where you've helped clients?
Oh, thank you for asking that. So one of the largest universities in the United Kingdom, as a matter of fact, uses Kodak Alaris Information Management software portfolio to actually manage a better student onboarding process, to manage their test results, and overall improve the relationship between the university and their students.
And where will organisations see the biggest benefits from digitisation? Where do you advise them to start? Is it in the mailroom?
Yeah, we actually think it's three focus areas that are huge. They're not limited to three, but I think this is the lowest hanging fruit. So we think customer onboarding, it lends itself also to employee onboarding as well, by the way, claims processing and mailroom processing as well. So three areas to really derive an opportunity to drive better top line performance through better engagement, more efficiency in the business and reducing cost, and then better long-term planning scenarios by understanding the content much better.
Rick, thank you so much for that.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you, Sarah.
And join us next time when we'll be talking about the latest innovations in cybersecurity and also global food security. Bye-bye for now.